What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel and welcome back to our video. Today I'm doing race 6 for the 2025 the Great American Getaway 400. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Cup Series has the Pocono Raceway, also known as the Tricky Triangle, a 2.5-mile racetrack that can put on some really good racing, especially with the next-gen car, but also can be a field miles race from time to time, and also can be a track where it's very technical. It can also be very tough and really difficult to pass. The last time we ran at Pocono Raceway in the Cup Series, we saw Ryan Blaney put on a late race charge to pick up his second win of 2024. He'll be looking to pick up his second win of 2025 and his 15th career Cup Series victory this weekend at Pocono Raceway. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before I go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is looking extremely promising. It's going to be 83 degrees high with 69 degrees as low with a 10% chance of rain with mostly sunny skies. Going to be some really nice weather headed out to Pocono. Yes, the weather can change over the course of the next couple days, but the weather is looking really solid and it's looking really good for this weekend. It should be good enough for the fans headed out to the racetrack. Going to be a little bit warm, but it's not going to be super warm up in the Pocono Mountains this weekend at Pocono Raceway. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks usually work. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend who have not had the best starts in 2025 or not really had the speed throughout the 2025 season or just have not had good track record at this racetrack. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who desperately need a good run, I think will have a really good run this weekend or are really good at this type of track who haven't had the best seasons. And I do my winners pick, the driver thinks going to win the race overall. And I do the drivers you need to watch out for, and usually for the Cup Series, I got 5 drivers you need to watch out for along with the race winner. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the 2025 The Great American Getaway 400? My first suck pick for this weekend at Pocono Raceway is the driver of the 22 car for Team Penske, Joey Logano. Early in the season, Joey Logano actually showed a lot of really good speed, but didn't have the finishes to show for and did get a win at Texas Motor Speedway. However, in recent weeks for Joey Logano, the 22 team has been off on the setup. In 3 of the last 4 races, Joey Logano has ran outside of the top 20. He struggled in Mexico City. He was outside of top 20 pretty much most of the day at Michigan and did have a good run at Nashville. Prior to that at the Coke 600, he didn't have the pace and speed. The Penske cars have been a little bit inconsistent at times in recent weeks, and just haven't had the overall pace, the overall grip, and overall speed to be major factors in serious contenders. So because of that, and Logano historically not being great at Pocono in recent years and having a lot of crashes like he did in 2023, I don't think it's going to be the best run for him. I think Joe Logano is unfortunately going to end up struggling this weekend at Pocono Raceway. My second suck pick for this weekend at Pocono Raceway is a driver's 6 car for RFK Racing, Brad Keselowski. Now, in 2 of the last 4 races, Brad Keselowski's had top 10 finishes, so it seems like this team is at least starting to turn a corner a little bit. However, Brad Keselowski, at least in recent years, has not been as good at Pocono Raceway, and if there's a race where Brad might kind of get back to where he's been a lot of the season and majority of the year, it is Pocono where he's going to run in the middle of the pack, and historically, if you're not running as good throughout the season in general, you may not run very well at a track like Pocono. And I think Brad, well, he's been good here in the past, and I believe has won here prior in his career. I think it's going to be a struggle for Brad, and I don't think Brad will have the pace and speed to contend. I think it's not going to be the best run for Brad Keselowski this weekend at Pocono Raceway. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the 2025 The Great American Getaway 400. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Pocono Raceway is the driver of the 88 car for Trackhouse Racing, Shane Van Gisbergen. Shane Van Gisbergen is coming off of picking up his first win of 2025 and his second career Cup Series victory this past weekend at Mexico City. But we're going back to a type of track where SVG has not been as strong at. That being said, he actually had really good speed in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race last year as he was running inside the top 10 in 9th place before unfortunately getting spun by Sam Mayer near the end of the event. And Shane Van Gisbergen has been starting to run a lot better in ovals. In the last 4 or 5 oval races we had, his only finish outside the top 20 was a 25th place finish at Nashville, where it was because of bad field strategy and pit strategy by Steven Durand, crew chief. Outside of that, he has finished in the top 20. I think with the speed he's shown as of recently on the ovals, I think he's actually going to have a pretty solid run, and I think he has a good chance and opportunity for another top 20 this weekend at Pocono Raceway. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Pocono Raceway is the driver of the 54 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Ty Gibbs. This team is starting to turn the corner and they're trending in the right direction. They had a really good run in Michigan Speedway, finishing in 3rd place, and they had a really great run at Mexico as he was really the only guy all day that could keep up with Shane Van Gisbergen in the NASCAR Cup Series race. And historically for Ty Gibbs, where he basically made his Cup Series debut in substitution for Kurt Busch, who had that really bad unfortunate wreck at Pocono 3 years ago, Ty Gibbs has been really good here. He had a chance to win in 2023. He had a fast car in 2024 before engine issues came into play. I think if there's a track you have to circle as a potential possibility to get that first career Cup win, it's this weekend at Pocono. I think we'll have a good chance and opportunity for a great and strong run this weekend at Pocono Raceway. And now we're going to go ahead and jump onto the winner's pick for the 2025 The Great American Getaway 400. Who am I picking to win? The driver who I'm picking to win this weekend at Pocono did not even race last week, this past weekend in Mexico City, because he was home taking care of his family. But this guy has been extremely strong at Pocono Raceway, one of his best tracks on the circuit. I am picking the driver of the 11 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Denny Hamlin, to become the winningest driver so far in 2025 and pick up his 4th win of 2025 and his 58th career NASCAR Cup Series victory. I believe Denny Hamlin has won this track not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times. I think Denny Hamlin has 6 wins at this track, which I think is among the most we've ever won at this racetrack. If not for a disqualification a couple years ago where Chase Elliott got handed the win when Kyle Busch also got disqualified at that time, Denny Hamlin would have 7 or 8 wins at this point. This is a really great track for Denny Hamlin. This 11 team has been starting to click. They've had a lot of great pace and a really strong speed in recent weeks. I think Denny Hamlin's going to be a factor, and I think he's going to have a strong chance and opportunity to go for the victory. I'm going to go with Denny Hamlin getting the win this weekend at Pocono Raceway. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on to drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Pocono. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Pocono is a driver of the 12th car for Team Penske, Ryan Blaney. I was very close to picking Ryan Blaney to win and get his 3rd ever win at this track because Ryan Blaney has been really good at Pocono and one of his best tracks on the circuit. But I do worry a little bit about the pit crew, though the pit crew has been really, really good. They've also made mistakes in recent weeks as well that have cost them shots and maybe getting wins, for example, throughout the season. But this 12 team, you cannot deny, has had a lot of great pace this season. So I think Ryan Blaney is going to be a factor, and I think he's going to have a great chance and strong opportunity to maybe get a 2nd win of the season. The second driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Pocono is a driver of the 24 car for Hendrick Motorsports, William Byron. William Byron is currently leading the point standings by nearly 70 points over Kyle Larson. And William Byron's also been really good at Pocono. While he's never won at this track, he's been extremely consistent here and has led laps in a majority of races that he's entered since his rookie year. I think William Byron's going to have a great chance and opportunity to get it done. I think they're going to bring the pace and speed to the Hendrick cars this weekend. I think William Byron will have a good opportunity to get his 2nd win of 2025 this weekend at Pocono Raceway. The third driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Pocono is a driver of the 5 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Kyle Larson. This is historically one of Kyle Larson's better tracks that he has not had as much success at. Despite the fact he's never won here, this is probably the best track that he has not been able to get a victory at this point, considering he's won a lot of races. He's won here in the Xfinity Series before back in 2016. And Kyle Larson also, yes, the last couple weeks have not gone as well. Larson still has shown some really good speed, the top 5 in top speed at 10 speed area. And you can never count Kyle Larson out of going to victory lane at any track. So I expect Larson to be a factor and have a great chance to go to victory lane this weekend at Pocono Raceway. The fourth driver to watch out for this weekend at Pocono is a driver of the 1 car for Trackhouse Racing, Ross Chastain. This will probably be a little bit of a surprise for some people that I am picking Ross Chastain to be a contender, but Ross has actually been really good recently. Of course, got the win at the Coke 600 about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and Ross Chastain has honestly been solid at Pocono and does have a Truck Series win here from 6 years ago. I think with that recent speed he has shown, the Trackhouse cars have been getting a little bit quicker. I think that's going to lead to some success from Ross, and I think he's got a good chance and opportunity. I think he will be a factor for a potential victory this weekend at Pocono. And the 5th and final driver that I think you need to watch out for this weekend at Pocono is a driver of the 23 car for 2311 Racing, Bubba Walls. Bubba Walls has actually been really good historically at Pocono Raceway. He's had a couple top 5s and a couple top 10s at this racetrack as well. And Bubba Walls' recent finishes have been really turning the corner. He has finished in the top 5, of course, at Michigan. He, of course, finished in around, I believe, 3rd or 4th, finished in the top 10 at Nashville after having a speeding penalty. And he finished in 12th place at Mexico. And if not for drivers in front of him having a hard time to pass, he could have gotten the top 10 finish. Bubba Walls is really starting to turn the corner once again, and he's starting to show the pace and speed that he had showed early in the season. I think he's going to have a good chance and opportunity to be a contender, and it wouldn't surprise me if he is able to get his 3rd career Cup Series win at Pocono. So, those are race picks for the 2025 The Great American Getaway 400 at Pocono. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski. My underdog picks are Shane Van Gisbergen and Ty Gibbs. My winner's pick is Denny Hamlin. And the ones to watch out for, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, and Bubba Walls. Those are my race picks. So that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2025 The Great American Getaway 400 at Pocono Raceway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. List description below that, and comment your picks below for this weekend at Pocono. Let me know your suck picks, your underdog picks, your winner's pick, and let me know the drivers you're watching out for this weekend at Pocono. Let me know your picks in the comments below. In a few hours from now, you're going to see the NASCAR Xfinity Series race picks from Pocono Raceway. If there's any major news that does break later today, we'll discuss it live on the channel as well. And we're going to talk about some other stuff this week. On Friday, we are going to have a couple NASCAR news videos potentially. We're also going to have the Truck Series race review from Pocono Raceway as well, as that is going to be on Friday. Then Saturday, we're going to have the Reactions Cup qualifying in the Xfinity Series race review. And then on Sunday, the lineup video for the Great American Getaway 400, the review for the Great American Getaway 400, and we might have a Shane Van Gisbergen video as well. And the Monday, we should have a NASCAR news video discussing news over the course of the last couple days. We got content coming on people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Cards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Walls, Ross Chastain, Ryan Blaney, Ryan Preece, Cletus McFarland Dodge, Connor Zilch, Junior Motorsports, Frankie Muniz, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Cletus McFarland Dodge, all the good stuff we'll be talking about on the channel in the coming days and weeks. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.